Welcome to our last video for our unit on Africa of what's in your spiral. Just again, we have our mask, we have our table of contents, we've done our African mask, our crossword, our thematic map, our blood diamond advertisement, our quizzes part 1 and 2, our Nelson Mandela RA, and the only thing that's left is our Africa test. On our first page, we have our crossword. This is excellent vocabulary to study for your test. On our second page, we have our physiographic map, which should be fully colored, showing the different areas of Africa. You do want to know some of the major geographic points, such as the Sahara Desert, the Sahel, that the central part of Africa is a rainforest, okay, and that savannas are where you mostly find the animals, savannas. On the back, you see some more vocabulary that's excellent for looking at. On the next page, we have our many climates and resources. It's important that you know about renewable and non-renewable resources. And again, more vocabulary, excellent words to know. You need to know this vocabulary. Our history of Africa. One of the biggest things you need to take away from the history of Africa is the importance of European colonialism and how it affected Africa today, and the Berlin Conference. Our advertisement, our blood diamond notes, everything about rebel groups, and then the Kimberley process. Our Africa quiz part 1 should be graded and in your spiral already. Our most missed question from this test was number 5. Which of the following represents the, number 6. Oh no, it is there it is. Number 7. Which of the following best represents the conclusion for Africa's history from 1520 to 1980? Okay, and here we have, it should have been African nations were colonized by European nations until winning their independence. We have a healthcare in Africa. You need to think about those words, developed, developing, and underdeveloped, as well as about what this means about the quality of healthcare in Africa. Notes about Darfur. You need to know the word genocide. Okay. And you need to know that Sudan has faced 50 years of violence. Okay, with South Sudan, here we go. Make sure you understand that South Sudan and Darfur are not about religion. They're about ethnic conflict. Okay? Sahel demographics. It's important that you're able to read population pyramids and understand them. That you understand developed, developing, and underdeveloped. Desertification. Important that you know the causes and then the effects. Our Nelson Mandela RA. And then we have some apartheid quick facts. Okay, these are important to know. So the timeline goes that South Africa was a British colony. They got their freedoms. Apartheid was established. Nelson Mandela and the African National Congress fought against it. Nelson Mandela went to prison. Okay. There was a boycott of South African products. Then white President Willem de Klerk freed Nelson Mandela. Apartheid then ended, and then they got the vote. And Nelson Mandela was then elected president. So kind of be familiar with that timeline. Our What the World Eats activity. Thinking about developed countries and famine. Our famine notes, you know this is the causes of famine. Okay. And we underlined our important vocabulary words. Our health ribbon with some facts and information. We also did a personal thing of our own ribbon, what disease it would be for and why is that important to you. Our notes about disease. These are very important. You understand no access to medical care causes the spread of disease. What are some of those diseases? How does unsanitary water play a part? What is Ebola? And what is HIV and AIDS? Then we're going to have our Africa quiz number 2. They will get this back on Monday. They have not gotten it back yet. They will get it back on Monday. So it should be glued in. The most missed question was, again, this was on this one it was number 15, but it's the exact same question. Which of the following represents the conclusion for Africa's history from 1520 to 1980? Exact same question from quiz 1. Endangered animals, we'll do this on Monday as well. They'll do this on Monday as well. That is not in their spiral yet. In conclusion, if your child has missed any days in the last 2 weeks and they have not yet stayed for tutoring, please have them stay for tutoring so that they can make up any missed notes or missed assignments. Thank you.